Hello everyone, my name is Fred and I'm living with diabetes and a heart condition. I know many of you face similar challenges. Like many, I've struggled to manage my weight and blood sugar levels through diet alone. That's why I decided to develop a computer app to track my food intake and to make healthier choices. I'm putting both my app and my health to the test over the next 3 months. I'll be following the Institute of Functional Medicine's Cardiometabolic Food Plan, tracking everything with my app, and reporting back to you weekly. The application is a work in progress. I'll be tweaking it as I go along. And if all goes well, after 3 months I'll be making the app available to the public. This way you can all take charge of your health and track your progress towards a healthier lifestyle. It displays the required intake of each food group and counts calories, and prints the menus you have created. Tune in to see how effective this food plan is in managing weight and heart health. Join me on this journey to a healthier heart and a slimmer me. Subscribe to my channel for weekly updates. I'll be posting present blood test results and again at the end to see the progress that has been made. And now for the results of the past week. This was my weight at the start of the week, and my blood sugar was relatively under control considering that I'm a diabetic. For exercise, I'm walking 30 minutes a day and doing dumbbell exercises as well. This is the application I developed, an Excel workbook. First off, I needed to establish how many calories I needed each day for a mild weight loss, given my height and present weight. I opted for losing 0.5 kilogram a week. That's a pound, or 4 pounds a month. I wanted to keep this as simple as possible, so for the first week I ate as normal, avoiding sugary foods. I'd stop after lunch and use the app to see if I'd wandered too much off track. For example, a typical menu looked like this. More seed, quite a lot of mayonnaise, some cheese and a good dose of lettuce. At that point I'd have over 1,000 calories for the day, and I needed 1,900 for a moderate weight loss. At this point I could check out my servings. I needed 10 to 12, I had 5 so far. 2 legume servings, nuts and seeds, but short, etc. And now I could take stock and see what I needed to do for dinner and for snacks to get me up to 1,900. So, on to supper. Pasta, some mincemeat, cheese topping, and an apple. I build up the calories towards 1,900 with milk and a peanut butter sandwich. So the food groups are more or less okay, a little bit short on protein, so maybe have another boiled egg for 1920, or maybe not. Double click an item to remove it. I am now in a position to save the menu in case I want to use it again. We can recall the menu for editing. Let's populate it again for 1860 calories for the day. It's not going to be possible to get all the food servings right per day. Balance it over the week. Pretty successful overall. My haphazard eating habits worked out pretty well, as far as servings required. The planned calorie intake, pretty close, and I bettered my weight target of 0.5 kilogram a week. I started at 89.3. I was also able to identify some of the problems. Too much peanut butter, too much bread. And I have a tracker for the whole period. I will start week 2 at 88.7 with my initial target of 88.3. My blood sugar level was also down, but this is self-administered, so I don't know how accurate it is. I researched some stats on body mass. Turns out I am overweight. According to the Mayo Clinic, if you're overweight, losing to 7% of your body weight can make a difference in your blood sugar control. I worked out that losing 7% of my body weight would take me to almost a healthy weight by week 13. That is, if everything continues to go to plan. This plan is based on a cardiometabolic diet. It's not another diet, not a fad. It's a long-term solution to putting you in control. Tune in next week to see progress. Until then, goodbye. One-third of Americans have metabolic syndrome, according to the Mayo Clinic. The syndrome includes a cluster of conditions, including abdominal obesity, insulin resistance, imbalance in good and bad cholesterol, high triglycerides, and increased blood pressure. It is linked to overweight and inactivity and can lead to a condition called insulin resistance. There are no quick fixes for metabolic syndrome. It's a complicated condition, and if you have it, you'll need to change the way you approach eating and exercise for the rest of your life. As you will see, that's not as tough as it seems. So how does it work? Select the metric. If you're USA, you would say no to metric. Calculate your daily calorie requirement. Let's assume a female of 45, 5 foot 3 inches tall, 160 pounds, who does light exercise 1 to 3 times a week. Calculate. We find that to maintain weight, she would have to consume 1853 calories a day, and for mild weight loss, it would be 1600 calories a day. Close the browser and return to the application. Select a plan that matches your daily calorie requirement, in this case 1800. This displays the plan, the food groups and servings within each food group. So let's start off with the breakfast menu. First of all, there are 2 eggs. There's a rasher of bacon. I have a small potato and an onion mix. And on to lunch, which is salad and a slice of bread. Butter, lettuce and leafy, cucumber, feta cheese, egg, pumpkin seeds, almonds and cashews mixed in, tomatoes, avocado and salad dressing. So far we're up to 850 calories. On to dinner, which is cottage pie. We have beef, half a cup of green peas, mashed potato, tomatoes, maybe a small extra portion of meat, and finally some in-between meal snacks, things like a glass of milk, a banana. Our daily calorie target for mild weight loss was 1600. We're a little over, so something has to go. We have too many eggs. So, double click an item to remove it. We remove the egg and we're down to 1615, which is pretty close to our target. We are now in a position to save this menu. Save menu, save up to 7, one for each day of the week. And we will call this one Sunday. The menus are printable. And if you wish to amend a menu, you can reload it. Load save menu, menu 1. You won't always find it possible to stick to the protein servings within your calorie count, but try and keep as close as possible. Review your menus for the week, see where you are deficient, and make corrections across the week's menus. To reiterate, the Cardiometabolic Food Plan is designed for healthy living within your normal calorie requirements. It is not a weight loss diet, yet mild-term weight loss can be achieved over time.